Hi y'all, Jordan Schilleci here with Joe & Co. Realty Group, and today we are on the Joe & Co. website, and it doesn't like me today. So I am over here on the Joe & Co. website. If you've never visited it before, I really recommend you should. Everything we're going over today is on the blog, and it's linked below. So if your learning style is visual and like you like to read to yourself, instead of me talking to you, go ahead and jump over to the website, and all of this content is there for you to digest. So today's featured blog post is Moving to Katy, Texas, 10 things you should know about living in Katy. So I already have it opened up right here, so we are going to go ahead and dive in. So again, today we're going to be covering 10 things you need to know about Katy. So I want to read a little bit here and then talk to y'all a little bit. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jordan Marie Schilleci, aka the Joe and Joe & Co. Realty Group. I am the local real estate agent and broker owner behind Joe & Co. But to establish why you should really trust me, my opinions, my words about Katy, let me dive a little bit deeper. I started raising my children in Katy, think the Cinco Ranch area, a handful of years back, and now know the area very well. I still have friends in every corner of Katy, visit it weekly, and a part of me likes to call it home. It's beyond beautiful. It's the exact area I lived in. The exact area I lived in was master planned and catered to every luxury I needed, including the opportunity to walk or bike to everything my little heart desired. Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Target, Home Goods, and the list went on. Besides all the sidewalks, hiking trails, biking trails, and businesses, what drew people there was and is the schools. The schools are almost all rated an A, and there is a lot about Katy before moving there that I would love the opportunity to share with you. These aren't just facts and opinions from me as a real estate agent, but also a mom and a person living in that area. So if you're considering a move to the Katy area, or you are moving to the Katy area and you need a real estate agent who truly cares, I would love if you would reach out to me. All of my contact information is below. But let's go ahead and dive into the post. So 10 things you should know about living in Katy. Katy is dissected by two major highways, breaking it into 4 quadrants. The 2 highways are Grand Parkway 99, which is a tollway that runs north and south, and Highway 10, which runs east and west. And then I'm breaking down these 4 quadrants, and you can see a map here. So I guess you can see me with the mouse, but not my fingers. So obviously the first one is actually this section. So like Porter, that Porter Road. Anyway, so this square right here. The east section is what's left. And then obviously you have this section and this section. And then a lot of Katy is still south of here. So I would say this is the Katy area, and even more south, all the way to West Park Tollway. But let me talk through these 4 areas. So you have Old Katy, which is that northwest section. Most people choose this area because it houses a lovely elementary school, Katy Elementary, and there is still new construction and old construction, along with some larger lots in Old Katy, as well as the downtown area. In our local MLS, this area is referred to as Old Town, but no one I know has called that, and so we just call it Downtown Katy or Old Katy. And then section 2 would be the north side. This section in our MLS is on the west part, but then there is a little sliver on the other side. So there's a lot newer development over here, but many of the schools aren't on the top of the district's list, but you are getting more for your money in this area. But again, some of the tax rates are really high, so you have to be really careful about that. Number 3, the southeast. Just as its name portrays, this section can be found south of Highway 10 and east of Grand Parkway 99. It houses some of the most beloved and original Katy neighborhoods that are original to Katy's popularity, including we said southeast, right? Yep. Nottingham Country and Kellywood. This area does include part of Cinco Ranch, but an older area is Cinco Ranch, and then one of my favorite areas, Grand Lakes. The schools in this area are all favorites, especially Nottingham Country Elementary School, and if you're looking for character with great schools, this might be the area for you. Number 4, Southwest. This section can be found south of Highway 10 and west of Grand Parkway 99. The bulk of Cinco Ranch, along with many other new communities, can be found in this area. I would go as far to venture that this area, Katy, has fueled the growth of Katy in general, like the main growth of it in the last 10 to 15 years. Besides Cinco Ranch and Seven Meadows, other favorites include Cross Creek Ranch, Firethorn, Jordan Ranch, Tamaron, Falcon Ranch, King Lakes, the Reserve at Katy, Trails to Katy, Willow Creek Farms, Wood Creek Reserve, and Young Ranch. This section also houses the favorite schools that everyone moving to Katy is sure to love. So I broke down some of the most popular areas here, and I linked out to homes for sale, and then I also linked to the new construction in the Katy area. Number 2, the schools of Katy have fueled the growth of Katy. So about 1/10 of the homes in these 4 areas of Katy zoned to Katy ISD schools. I didn't really mean 1/10. I meant to say 9/10, while 1/10 zoned to Lamar. I would go as far to estimate that 85% of the schools in the Katy area are A-rated. So I talk about the 2019 accountability for Katy ISD. I talk about how well Lamar rated. Again, all of this, I don't want to bore anyone. I don't want to lose y'all. But again, all of this is over on the website. Number 3, many people that live in Katy work in the Energy Corridor or Sugar Land, followed by downtown Houston. The travel time during rush hour to downtown hovers about 1 hour on most days, but only 25 minutes to the Energy Corridor and then 35 minutes to Sugar Land. Low traffic hours obviously differ, so I would recommend looking at your particular commute time through Google Maps before deciding if Katy is the right area for you if you are traveling into downtown for sure. Number 4, the most common complaint about living in Katy is traffic. There are a lot of homes in a small area which most travel, meaning you cross a major highway or take a major highway. I would just recommend staying home during rush hour and Sunday evenings to avoid the bulk of it whenever possible. Number 5, there are so many parks in the Katy area. So after schools, I would say second on the list of reasons to move to Katy would be the parks. Favorite parks in the area include the one right outside your door, which just means there's always a park. There are so many little pocket parks everywhere, and you only have to walk about 5 minutes. Followed by Mary Jo Peckham, which was mine. Katy Park, we called this one by Mary Jo Peckham the Train Park. There's the Exploration Park, Willow Fork Park, Mason Creek South. So my kids and I lived at Mary Jo Peckham and the Train Park. So Mason Creek has this hike and bike trail, super cool. Number 6, Katy houses the Katy Mills Outlet Mall. So if you like shopping, that would be your main mall shopping, but then they still have Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, World Market, and the list goes on. And there's also movie theaters at the Katy Mills Outlet Mall. Number 7, there's still a lot of growth happening in Katy, which means new construction. So 1/3 of the homes for sale in Katy as of February 2020 are new construction homes. Number 8, there's a lot of growth in Katy on the outskirts. Another road that runs parallel with Highway 10 is West Park Tollway, and this is what I was kind of talking about, is also known as 1093. Popular neighborhoods, so this is all south, right? The most popular neighborhoods starting with new construction are Aliana, Harvest Green, McCrary Meadows, Creekside Ranch, Lake Sabella Terra, Lakeview Retreat, Talavera, Grand Mission Estates, Camilla, I think. I've never sold in there, but I'm sure it's pretty. Fieldstone, Grand Vista, Briscoe Falls, and Imperial. So I broke down some of the most popular homes and linked out. So all of these searches can be manipulated. So if you notice that I started at a certain price point or didn't go high up enough, you can manipulate that. Number 9, you will not go hungry in Katy. There's some of the best restaurants in Houston in Katy, and I listed the top 20 below. And these aren't like, oh, 20 isn't as good as number 1. These are all amazing. I ranked it with reviews and things like that. I love Faux Saigon, that's one of my favorites, but all of these restaurants are amazing. Whiskey Cake Dish Society, Tiger Noodle House, Faux Saigon, Abuelo's, Local Table, the Roku Grill, That's My Dog, Da Vinci's, the Italian restaurant, Papa Gyro's, this barbecue shop, Peli Peli, Snooze, which is an AM eatery. The list goes on and on and on. You really got to check out the Hawaiian barbecue place and the Tasty Co. But anyways, I also listed the top 20 Mexican restaurants, and I again think these are all amazing too. I know Torchy's might not count as a Mexican restaurant, but it's my favorite, so it had to go on the list. Chewy's is obviously really popular. La Finca, tons of options here. I really wanted to provide a lot of value in this blog post. So number 10, Fort Bend is the most diverse county in the United States. This is according to some research. It might differ a little bit, but I haven't seen any updated facts on it. So I guess once you report something, you don't report it again. But so that's what I found. So those are the top 10 things that I think you should know about living in Katy. So to recap, you get to know the geography of the area, know what's where and where the schools are, and if you want to walk to a school, like not all of the high schools are walkable, just there's obviously the bus system, but there's a lot to know about Katy geographically. All the schools are pretty much great. Just look at the specific school for the specific home before purchasing. Commute time should be really important to you. Traffic is a little congested in Katy, so I would try to avoid a long commute. Maybe if you're working downtown, Katy might not be the right area for you of Houston. Let's see, tons of parks, tons of shopping, tons of restaurant, tons of growth. So hopefully this has been a really beneficial post for you. I have a ton of neighborhood posts that tell you like what are the best areas to live in and things of that nature. If you need help and you would like to work together, I would love to work with you. So next step typically is reaching out to me once you're done playing on the blog and website and YouTube. And I hope you do that. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.